Hello students. Now today we will discuss about terminology of accounting. Uh, you know, uh, Basically every subject has a own terminology. Same thing will happen in the accountancy. Accountancy has also own terminology like business transactions, event, capital, drawing, liability, internal liability and external liabilities, asset, etc. etc. So there are so many uh, terminology. So today I'll explain you one by one which is we used in our subject or the whole year during the study. Okay, so start from the first. Here you can see business transaction. Okay, basically business transaction means what? Business transactions means exchange of product or service of business between two or more person in form of cash or credit. Okay, in the business there are exchange thing in between of two or more than two person is called business transaction. It may be cash or credit. So now we will see what is the meaning of cash word and credit word in the accountancy. Cash word. Cash means whenever uh, we do the transaction on the basis of cash. Suppose for example, if I go to the market and I purchase a pen rupees 100 and I pay the money 100 rupees, this is called cash transaction. It means immediately pay cash is called cash transaction. And credit transaction, it means we do not pay the cash immediately, right? Then we will pay after a few days, maybe 1 days, maybe 2 days, and maybe other days. Okay, so credit transaction means whenever we do not pay cash immediately basis. Okay, now second point is event. Event means situation or result created to transactions. For example, suppose seller goods sold rupees 10,000 on the cost of rupees 8,000. It means 8,000 cost goods he sold on 10,000. Then he get 2,000 profit, right? Then this is the profit. No, 2,000 he is getting 2,000 profit. It is called event. If you are saying, sir, he's selling 10,000 goods, this is basically transactions. If he's selling something, this is transaction. But behind of transaction he's got result, it called event. So just you can see he is selling cost of rupees 8,000 goods in the 10,000 rupees. Okay, in the market price 10,000 and cost price 8,000, he is getting 2,000 profit. So 2,000 will become event. Next capital. Capital means what? Capital, whenever owner introduce some money into the business with own, for the business point of view, it is called the capital. Once again, whenever owner introduce of money into the business, that money will call for the point of view of business is called capital. For example, Ram is introduced 10,000 money. Just we can say the another word. Ram commenced business with the rupees of 10,000. That 10,000 will become for their business is capital, right? Okay. Now next point is drawing. Drawing, whenever proprietor or businessman withdraw for personal use from the business, maybe goods or maybe cash, then it will called drawing. Next is liabilities. First of all, we will understand about of liabilities. Liabilities means amount payable by the business for credit purchase of goods or asset or services is called liabilities. Liabilities basically two type of liabilities: current liabilities or non-current liabilities. Current liabilities we will discuss in the further, non-current liabilities also, right? Next point, internal liabilities and external liabilities. Internal liabilities means whenever owner introduce money their business, it is called capital. That capital will call internal liabilities. If we have to pay to someone, it called external liabilities, or another words we can say that third person, right? Okay. Next point is our asset. Okay, next point is asset. Asset means whatever is come into the business for the long period of time, and that thing return gain or just helping out to the profit is called asset. For example, building, machinery, furniture, cash, bank, etc., etc. Building, furniture, machinery, it will come into the business, and for the long period of the time it will not sell out very quickly, or just we can say that a very little of short period of time. Just whatever we uh, take into the business, furniture, building, machinery, just we assume that it will keep in the business for long period of time. Now here you can see non-current asset, tangible asset, intangible asset, current asset, liquid asset, fictitious asset. These are type of assets. Basically, these are all type of assets. So here, first of all, we will understand non-current asset. Okay, non-current asset basically, non-current assets we just identify on the basis of time. If the asset is more than 1 year, is called non-current asset. Okay, non-current asset uh, are also for the period of more than 1 year. They are known as a long-term assets or non-current assets or fixed assets, like building, plant, machinery, furniture, trademark, copyright, patent, goodwill, etc., etc. Okay. Tangible asset. Tangible asset means which are having the physical existence. Physical existence means which we can see and touch. This is called the tangible asset, like machinery, computer, building, furniture. These called are tangible and fixed asset, as well as fixed asset also, right? Next is current assets. Current assets, just here we can say that this also uh, known as a time of duration. Just we can say another word, less than 1 year. So here these assets are of the kind whose time duration of less than 1 year. What? Less than 1 year. That type of current assets is called of current assets. Okay, just here we can say that in the layman language, the current assets means which are convertible into the cash within a 6 month or less than 1 year, in converted into the cash, is called current assets. Liquid asset, liquid assets same very highly liquid, or just cash, bank is a liquid asset. Okay, here fictitious asset, fictitious assets. Okay, fictitious asset. Asset means uh, which do not have a physical existence. Okay, and its realizable value is a zero. Okay, that type of fixed assets. Fixed assets example, just here we can say that issue cost of share and debentures, preliminary expenses, share of debenture, discount, etc. etc. are fixed asset example, because they do not have any physical existence and their realizable value is zero. Now receipt. Receipt, I think everyone know about of receipt, but in the business, when money is received due to of consequence of business transaction, it is known as a receipt. Okay, suppose you are a shopkeeper, if you are selling something, then you are getting the money from that customer, that is called that is become a receipt. Okay, now next point is capital receipt or revenue receipt. Here capital receipt means which do not receive on the basis of regular, because sometime what happened, businessman sold their asset and he got the profit, that particular asset, that is that type of receipt is called capital receipt. Because in the business, businessmen do not sell their asset on the regular basis. So here we can say that capital receipt do not have a regular basis. It's maybe in a year or 10 5 year, in between 10 or 5 year, right? Revenue receipt means it is the basis of regular. Okay, it is the regular basis receipt, just day to day transactions, whatever you are your transaction nature or your business nature is depend on your revenue receipt. Okay, now payment. As you know very well that payment means what? Payment, whenever we purchase something, then just we pay some money. This called is payment, right? Okay, for example, in the morning time we are purchasing the milk from the shopkeeper. If we are paying something, this type of what we pay is called payment, right? Payment maybe this is the other thing. Next is capital expenditure. Capital expenditure means what? Same here, capital expenditure do not have a regular basis. So, for example, businessman purchase a fixed asset. So, this expense is called the capital expenditure. Why? Because businessmen do not purchase that particular asset on the regular basis. Okay, for example, suppose you are a businessman and you are purchasing a machinery, and that machinery will work for the long period of time. Okay, so that machine expenses will become for you capital expenditure, because it is not the basis of regular na, that's why. Okay, and now revenue expenditure. So here we can say that here the revenue expenditure on the basis of regular basis. Okay, which is increase our profit. For example, in our business there are two workers are doing work, and in the last end of the month we are paying their salary. So this type of expenditure for us is called revenue expenditure, because the servant is doing work for our increasing profit, right? So just here we can say that this is this type of revenue expenditure. Okay, now deferred revenue expenditures. Deferred revenue expenditure is the just here we can just we can say fixed asset. Another word is the fixed asset. Okay, because this is the similar of fixed asset deferred revenue expenditures as for example, only one example, just advertisement suspense account. So here deferred revenue expenditure advertisement suspense account is there. For example, if you get it the fixed asset, so just you can understand the deferred revenue expenditure, because that has no realizable value. Okay, for just I am telling you, advertisement suspense account. Advertisement suspense account means whenever the in business we spend the money for the expenditure in advertisement. Okay, advertisement for the long period of time, we just benefit for that advertisement for the long period of time. So just we can put into the balance sheet in asset side as a deferred revenue expenditure. So here we can say that the advertisement suspend is called deferred revenue expenditure. Expenses, the amount spent and benefit of which is available to the respective accounting year is expenses. Okay, in the business whatever you are purchasing, after that purchase you are paying something, it become the expenses for your business. It's called expenses, but it is recorded in the accounting period of, okay, accounting period should be in a 12-month. Next, revenue. Revenue means goods and services are sold and provide the customer to respectively. If credit sales, it made the amount receivable. It also a revenue beside other the income, interest, rent, commission, dividend received for the respective period of event outstanding include in the revenue. Okay. Here in the accounting we use most this word accounting, uh, profit and gain. Basically these two words are synonyms for each other. Profit means what? Whenever we are selling something more than the cost, if we are getting more money on the cost, it called profit. For example, if I selling the any goods and that goods cost rupees 100, I'm selling rupees 120, 20 rupees become our profit, you know very well that. And same here loss, if we are selling any goods less than cost, then it will become our loss. Okay, less than cost, it will become loss. Here gain also synonyms as the profit. Here purchase sales, you know very well that purchase means what. In our business whatever you want, you are purchasing for the business transactions for the business is called purchase. Whatever you are selling is called sale. Stock means whenever you purchase and you sold in the between sale and purchase. Okay, just we can say that here unsold goods. Okay, unsold goods is become stock. Okay, let's take an example. Suppose for today is a 22 date. Today's I have a 10 units for a particular product, and I purchase 5 unit. 10, this is my opening stock, and 5 unit I purchase, total 15 unit. At the end of the day I have sold 8 unit, then rest of 7 units, so 7 unit will become unsold goods, or it's become a closing stock for mine or for business. Okay, next, debtor means when sometime we sold the goods on the credit basis, or the customer is not paying immediately cash. So if he is not paying cash, that it means he will become our debtor. Okay, next is bills receivable. Bills receivable is a written document where there are two parties. One is the bill writer or other is the acceptor. Okay, basically this bills receiver or bills payable we will discuss in the particular chapter in the 11th class, bill of exchange. We will see in the very extensive form in that chapter. So here only just see to what is the meaning of bill receivable. Okay, here creditor, same thing. Creditor, whenever we purchase from the supplier but we are not paying immediately cash, so we will become for him creditor, right? Or sorry, we will become creditor, or another words, we can say that he will become creditor. Okay, because he will take money from us. Okay, repeat once again. Whenever we are purchasing goods from the supplier, we are not paying immediately cash, then he will become our creditor, because he will take money from us, so that's he will become our liabilities. Bills payable, same bills receivable and bills payable. If this same type of written documents, assurance to payment, so bills payable, in the bills payable. Cost. Now here last point is cost. Cost means to produce any product or to provide any services. Whatever expenses are required to some of these expenses, it cost, right? It may be raw material cost, maybe labor cost, and other cost. Basically, these are all terminology. Okay, these are all terminology of accounting which will be used in the accounting when we will do the maintain the account. So we will use this type of words. So I explained little bit. Okay, I hope you got it this thing. So we will meet the next lecture. Thank you.